Good evening, friends. This is Prashanjit Ghosh from TSLT. I will be taking you through the today's session of support and resistance. Right. Before I do so, I will request all of you to give me a quick check whether you can hear my voice and see my screen. Can hear? You can't see my screen? Good evening. Okay. Thank you. So before we continue towards our journey about support and resistance, I will request you all to go through this disclaimer first. This is very important, and then we will learn today's lesson, right? Which is a very basic one and very important one, right? Okay. I hope the sound of the fan is not bothering you. Okay, so let's begin today's session about support and resistance, SR flap and diagonal resistance, right? So understand, this is a room, right? This is a room where you have a floor, right? Where you have a floor and you also have a ceiling, right? Ashok says make the screen big. Okay, just a second, just a hold. I'm trying to make it as big as possible. It is already full screen. I'm trying to make it much more bigger, but let's see if I can make it. How is the screen now? Is it same? Because this is the most wider aspect I have put in. Is it too small? Same but very clear, right? So we can continue, because I have tried to increase the aspect ratio, but I am already having 16:1, and the width and the this thing is too big, already made. Okay. So let us begin, right? So this is a room. As you know, every room has a floor and a ceiling, right? So if you start walking through these stairs, you will reach the ceiling, right? And the ceiling, where the stairs ends and the ceiling comes, you were not able to go up, right? So the ceiling here acts as a resistance for you, and either you are going to stay at this level, or you may think of coming down through the next stairs, right? And where you will come down? You will come down to the floor. Now here you cannot go beyond the floor, right? So here the floor acts as a support for you. So you can continue this journey, keep on continuing this journey as much time you want, because this is your room, right? Now, the same thing happens in a price chart as well. So in a price, we see that there is a bottom where from the price bounces couple of times, and there is a ceiling where from the price, drops down or breaks down couple of times, right? So in this kind of a scenario, we called as a support and resistance in the price chart. So as price moves up, it creates, as price moves up, right, it creates many highs, right? This is a high because after this price has come down, right? You may say this is the high also, right? And also when price comes down, it also creates certain lows, right? This is the low, and from there price moved up, right? Again price moved up to and created another high, so on and so forth. So price is moving like this, right? Price is moving up, creating a high, then again coming down, creating a low, and again moving up, creating another high, right? So what happens, these highs or these lows often creates, right, resistance and support levels, right, when price returns. Okay, like here price has moved up, it created this resistance here at this high. When price again came back to that resistance, as you can see, that resistance is giving a reaction. So often price reacts from when it returns to the resistance area. Similar, it goes about the support area as well, right? Why this happens? This happens because more orders of one kind are in that area. Either it is buy or sell. Understand, when price got this resistance here, right? Got this resistance here, there were more sellers and less buyers. Oops. More sellers and less buyers, right? So what happens if there are more sellers and less buyers? The price generally falls down, right? Okay, and when the price is moving up from this level, why the price is moving up? Because there are more buyers than the sellers, right? Because there are more buyers, so there is imbalance in price, and hence the price is moving out from this level. When no orders remain in these places, what will happen? Price will simply go through it, right? Price will break the support or the resistance. And we will call it that the support and resistance is broken, right? Now, how to draw support and resistance? You need to look for the highs the price has created, and you have to connect two such swing highs. Now, what is a swing is all about, right? Friends, when price moves up, right, it creates certain V-like structure. Can you see this V-like structures or U-like structures? So the tip of the peak of these structures, we need to connect, right, of several peaks like this, like here the low of this candle and the low of this candle. If we connect, we get our support or resistance line. Okay, so till now everybody clear? Can I move forward? Yes, only Hemant says yes. Okay, so there are as we come to know that there are support and resistance in the price chart, right? And price often bounces from this supports and breaks down from this resistance. Now, this support and resistance can be further classified or break down into major SRs. SR is nothing but support or resistance, or minor SRs, SR flip, and diagonal SR or trend lines. So today we are going to learn all of them, right? Okay. So there is, as I said, there is something called a major support, right? Or a major resistance in price, right? Will take more than 2 or more swing highs or lows which occurred at the same place in the chart, and we will connect them with a horizontal line, right? So here, as you can see, if I go bottom at this area, there are, what happening? There are, as you can see, price fallen down here, bounced, came back to that area, right? So we got our support area here. Price went up. When price came back, it gave a reaction from that level. So this is our major support, right? Similarly, as you can see, when price was moving up, it reacted from this level, right? And it came down. Again, it went up. It hit this level and came down. So if we connect this point and this point, we are getting our major support. Major support areas are those where prices, bounced couple of times. Here as well, as you can see, price has bounced couple of times. So we have a major resistance and a major support as well. So on and so forth. See, here price moved up, came back, took a support and went back. That support in the future as well, when price returned to that support area, it again gave some reaction, right? Hemant has a question. Swing means daily chart, you mean? No, sir, I am not meaning daily chart. When you are talking about daily, weekly, or 60 minutes or hourly, 5 hourly charts or 4 hourly charts or 1 minute chart, we are talking about time frames. Currently, I am not talking about time frames. I am talking about price movement. Understand, price never moves in a straight line, whether going up or going down, right? How it moves? It moves a little up, then it comes down, again it moves up a little, then it comes down. So after every move, there is a correction happens, and then again it moves up, it comes down, so on and so forth. Similarly, when it comes down, it doesn't come down straight away. It comes down a little, then moves up, then comes down a little, then moves up. So this, every move like this, these V moves are called swings in the price, right? Okay, so we have several swings in the price. This is a swing, this is a swing, this is a swing, right? Where price corrected a little and again, continued its journey. Hemant, is it clear to you? Swing, yes, predictor. Swing means high and lows of trend, right? Okay. Just a second, let me remove the drawing. The drawing is not fitting. Okay, so as you can see, I'm sorry, I'm unable to remove the drawing. Something happened, I don't know. Anyway, so this SRs where prices bounce couple of times are my major SRs, right? Similarly, see, at this point prices moved up again. When it came back to this line, at this line, prices giving huge bounces. So these areas or these support areas are called major support areas where from price has bounced couple of times, right? See here, price is falling, it hit this support, went back, came again to the support and gave a reaction. And when after a few days, when it came back to that, again it gave some reaction, right? Similarly, as you can see, price is falling, price created this resistance here, right? Now, after a couple of days, when the price came back to that resistance is giving huge fall. So this resistances on the price chart are called major support or resistances, right? Is this clear, friends? I don't know why that is not getting removed. Okay. Just a second, friends. I think there is a problem with the slides. Let me delete this, or otherwise it will come in every slide. Just a second. Okay, now it is all the drawings are removed, right? Can you see it properly, friends? Right? There was some problem with the slides PPT, and hence that drawing was not getting removed. I'm so sorry for that. So as you can see, now it is very clear to you. Look at this resistance where price has dropped couple of times. Similarly, this support where price has given bounce couple of times are my major supports and my major resistance areas. So on and so forth, price has created so many major supports and major resistance while going up, right? As you can see, this support area gave couple of time bounces, right? Similarly, this one has also given bounces couple of times. This resistance has given, drop or break of price couple of times. So these are my major supports and major resistance areas in the price chart. Is this clear, friends? Can I move forward? Okay. So the next one is the minor support and resistance. And what is that? There is another way of drawing a support and resistance line, which is also very popular and effective. Here we draw a horizontal line at every swing high, and see, understand the difference. In major, we are taking two swing highs to draw the SR line. But here in minor SR, we are taking only one swing high or one swing low, and we are drawing a horizontal line through it, right? So here, when the price is falling, right? Price is falling and it is creating a swing high or swing low at every point of time, right? So we are connecting only one point, we are taking one point and we are drawing a horizontal line through it. So this kind of a SR is called a minor SR, where prices from that SR, prices bounced once, right? Similarly, when price went up, it hit this resistance and fall down. And see, this is a resistance from where price has never fallen down again. So this is my minor resistance. Similarly, price fall down, created another swing high and swing low, right? So here this swing low, as you can see, only have one touch to this support. So this support is called as a minor support to us. Hemant has a question. For become major SR, we need 2 points. Yes, major. The difference between a major and a minor SR is that in a major SR, price can bounce couple of times. In a minor SR, price generally bounces once and then it gets broken, right? So here also you see that there is a resistance being created, and only once price visited that resistance and fallen down. So this is a minor resistance for me, and every time there is a minor support being created, the next time when price visits that support, it is actually breaking that support, right? And it is falling down and again creating another new minor support, right? And so on and so forth, right? Sukesh has a question. Are they minor resistance? Even if they are broken? Yes, they are. Basically, why we are classifying this minor and the major SRs, you will come to know when we will be in a advanced stage, right? There, we will classify demand zones and supply zones on the basis of this SRs, right? So at those point of time, you will come to know with how this minor SRs can give you big trades, right? Understand one thing very, very clearly, friends. We are not support and resistance players. We do not trade the support and resistance, right? But we do take the help of the support and resistances to understand which kind of a demand is going to work in the chart or which kind of a demand is not going to work in the chart, right? So this support and resistances in the chart will help us to confirm the price action, right? Yes, predictor. That is what I mean, right? So that is the reason we all should know the difference between a minor SR and a major SR. Rest, we are not going to take a trade on the basis of them. We will have many things we will learn in this entire course, which we will apply, and then only we will come to a decision that whether we are going to trade them or not. So hence, understand whether these minor resistances are breaking or not. Actually, we don't care about that, right? So anyway, so these are the minor SRs in the chart where prices only bounced once, right? So this low or these highs are the areas where we get our minor SRs. Similarly, if we connect this SR, this will be our major SR. Why? Because we can see that price has fallen down from this resistance couple of times, right? So this is the difference between a minor and a major SR. It's very, very easy. It's nothing hi-fi there, right? So everybody understood? Can I move forward? Can you give me a quick check, please? What is the difference between a major and a minor SR? Yes? Okay. So now understand, until now we were talking about the ceiling and the floor. If you remember the first picture, the ceiling and the floor. We were talking that the price hits the ceiling, coming down to the floor, hits the floor, going up to the ceiling. Now, say you have a hole on the ceiling, right? And you have a staircase which takes you above, right? So what happens in that scenario? When your support or your resistance breaks, right? So this is where we are going to understand when the support and resistance are not going to hold or they are going to break, right? This picture denotes that. So when a support or resistance breaks, this is very, very important, friends, right? Support and resistance is important as it breaks, right? So understand, support and resistance are important when it holds as well, and support and resistance is also important when it breaks. And if we want price to move up, then support and resistance needs to be broken, right? This is essential for price to move, otherwise it will be trapped in a range forever, right? This doesn't happen now. Price doesn't become in our range forever, like 100 rupees and 50 rupees price is capped between that, moving inside that or oscillating between that. That doesn't happen, right? Price often breaks out and moves up, right? Or moves down, whatever. So to price to move up or move down, it has to break the SR, right? It is a common misconception that the more times price bounces off a support or resistance, then the stronger the level is. That means if there is a support and price is bouncing couple of times, there is a common misconception that this support is a very strong support and soon price will go up. No, that is not the case, right? Similarly, if there is a resistance where from price is dropping couple of times, that doesn't mean that resistance is very strong, it's going to be very, very strong, and hence the price is breaking down so many times. It is not the case. This is a misconception, right? Every time price bounces off them, Pradeep says it is other way. Yes, it is other way. Every time price bounces off them, a decision is made, right? So understand, if there is a resistance and price is hitting there, right? Here, there are two kinds of market participants, friends. One is buyer and another is seller, right? So when price moves up when there are more buyers and less sellers, right? And when price moves down, when there are more sellers and less buyers, right? So at a point where the resistance being created, what happens there? Before price hits the resistance, price is moving up, right? That means in this entire rally, there are more buyers and less sellers, right? But what happens at this area? At this resistance, there the price stops, right? And starts making decision that whether I want to go up or I want to go down, because there is a resistance, right? Now, at this juncture, what happens? There is a lot of indecision being created, right? There is a lot of indecision being created. What kind of an indecision? There, a lot of sellers and buyers came into the market. You may say that there are equal number of buyers and equal number of sellers come into the picture, and hence price starts moving in a sideways manner in this place, right? In the resistance, it couldn't break it, or neither it is falling. So you may say that there is a decision which was being taken there. Once the decision was taken, say this time the decision was taken that the resistance will not be broken, it will be hold. So in that case, what will happen? There will the buyers will withdraw and more sellers will come in, and hence price will fall down. So every time price bounces of them, a decision is made on price value, if price is cheap or expensive. So at this area, the buyers feel that the price is too expensive to buy, right? And at this area, the seller thinks this is the right time to sell. This is the right time that I can sell. This is too expensive and I can sell, right? And say when price is coming to a support, what buyers think? That the price is too cheap, right? I can buy now, right? Because I will ride the rally. And sellers think, oh my God, price is no more too expensive. So what I cannot sell further. Let me withdraw from the market, right? So it is very important, and the decision being made at this support and resistance, whether the price is cheap or expensive, right? But as we said, price bounces of these places because one type of orders, buy or sell, are more than the other, right? What we have already discussed. Each time price visits this area, this resistance or the support, what happens? It consumes all the pending orders there, right? And at some point of time, it generally breaks the level. Because there are no more orders. So a decision being made that this time, this resistance is not going to work. And hence, a decision was made that the price will break through the resistance and will, move up. Right? Similar thing happens with the support as well. Couple of times when price bounces, what happens? Whatever pending orders at this area where starts getting consumed, right? And hence when price returns to this place, what happens? There were no more buy orders, and hence price falls down. And this is how the market moves and the level breaks. It is very common for price to break support and level or resistance level. Old highs and lows break as the orders get depleted from them and price moves through, right? So if that resistance is too old, price will always go through it. And if a certain resistance has been tested couple of times, then that gets weaker and the price can move and break it, right? Is this clear, friends? Right? You will learn about decision and indecision and everything in the demand and supply area, right? So I am just giving you an overview here, right? Overview that is required for taking you through the support and resistance. Otherwise, you will be getting a deep knowledge about all these things in the upcoming sessions. Okay. So the more price hits SR means support or resistance, the more it consumes all the orders placed in that particular area, right? So it is important to judge how many times the SR has been tested. Tested means the SR has been touched. Say there is a resistance. So we will now judge how many times that resistance being touched. Okay? Touched means or tested, right? So we will judge this. How many times this support or this resistance being tested, and that will help us to know whether this support or resistance is going to break or not. Okay, so the magic number is 3, right? Internationally, traders and institutes follow this rule of 3 touches to a SR. They believe that if a SR gets touched 3 times, mostly that breaks when the price returns to it next time. Okay, is it clear, friends? Only Hemant is answering. Okay, so see, I will be asking you this question many times throughout this course because I cannot see your faces, right? And once you your participation will help me to understand that whether you are with sync with me or not, right? So anyway, so the magic number, always remember, is 3. Anshul, the touch means itself that the reaction, right? Okay, so if number of taps to the SR is more than 3, then it is likely to be violated. We have already discussed that. Though some SRs may give more than 3 bounces, that this is also happens, right? Some SRs are too good that they give bounces more than 3 times, or even may become a permanent support or resistance, right? This happens for a very few cases, but yes, they do happen in the price chart. We have examples for that. And some SR may break after 1 or 2 taps as well, right? Now, when you go through this course and you move forward to the advanced part, you will automatically understand which SR will give you how many bounces, right? How many times you can play that SR by taking together all the concepts what we will be delivering you, right? As of now, this is a very basic level. Understand that you will count 3, that the maximum time you are going to take a trade on a SR is 3. And then next time what you will expect? That the SR may get violated, right? Is this clear? Can I move forward? Okay, so let's see an example of that, right? So here again, can you see price moving up? There is a resistance being created. Okay, price came down. Again, there is another resistance being created. Price came down, touched the resistance, fallen down. Again, it came. This is the third touch happened, fallen down. This is the third reaction. Price on the fourth return, price broke that reaction, that resistance. Then it went up to this resistance. It gave a small reaction and it broke that SR. Sukesh has a question on fake out. We consider SR broken or still valid? Sukesh, we are at a very, very basic stage. I will teach you about fake outs and how that will be considered at a very advanced stage, right? So if I talk about that right now, that is, I think, not justified because many of the students will not understand, right? So let build this entire price action theory step by step, right? Let us follow that building process, okay? Hemant says, yes, Hemant, minor SR can become a major SR as well, right? So anyway, this minor SR got broken and then price hit and made another SR here, right? Price came down, hit couple of 3 times, came down, broken, right? This resistance got broken again. Similarly, price went up, 2 touch here and broken, right? Price went up, one touch, two touch, and broken. Similarly, two touch, broken. Here as well, one touch, two touch, went up. This is the third touch. This is the fourth touch. Fifth touch, it got broken, right? So, similarly, as you can see, here this is two touch and this is the third touch, price fallen down. On the fourth touch, price actually broken this resistance. Can you see this resistance? One touch, two touch, third touch, like little bit it broke out, but then it fall down, right? Here as well, this is the first touch, this is the second touch, this is the third touch, friends. And after third touch, what is happening? The support getting, the resistance getting violated, right? So most of the time, the third touch is the maximum touch a support gives, and after that it gets violated. Okay. So internationally, this three touch is a valid concept. Is it okay, friends? Do everyone understood? Yes. I want a check mark from everyone. This is the most basic part, right? Okay. So this is when a support and resistance breaks, right? Now, what happening? We have couple of supports, couple of resistance here, right? We are in a building where there are couple of floors, right? And where you can move from one floor to another side. So here, what happens, right? You have a support, you have a resistance. Then what happens thereafter? All are resistances? No. So what happens? So there is something called SR flip, right? As we said, when our SR gets violated, it is very important for us. If you remember, I just spoke about that few slides back, right? So when a resistance, say, gets broken, it becomes a support for us. Similarly, when a support gets broken, it becomes a resistance for us. So this is well known as SR flip, right? This is well known as SR flip. Yes, Hemant, it can be both for minor SR and a major SR, right? So what happens when a SR flip, we identify a SR flip area. Basically, whenever price returns to a SR flip area, it gives some reaction, right? So here, understand, price has come up, created a resistance here and fallen down. And later on, whatever may be in the past, I don't know, right? It has broken that resistance here, right? Can you see? It came down. That particular resistance again give some support and it price moved up. After a couple of days, when price came back to that resistance, now see that resistance now became a support, right? Can you see this resistance line? It now acting as a support, right? So now this area in the chart will be called as SR flip area, right? And this is a very, very important area on the chart where an SR flip is already available on the chart. And whenever in the future price will return to that place, right? In this case, see, it has broken the support again, right? It's fallen down. But whenever price returns to this place, it is giving reaction, right? Again, price went up from this SR flip. But again, when price came back to the future, it again acted as a support. So understand this resistance area, which has turned to a SR flip. Now in the future, whenever price is coming to it, it is either behaving as a support or it is behaving as a resistance, right? So all the support and resistance areas in the chart which are SR flip are very, very important areas in the chart, and you must know them, right? Because whenever price returns in the future, those areas may give some bounce, right? So those are important areas for us. Hemant has a question, but not every time. Yes, not every time. See, Hemant, understand. As I said before, right? As I said before, price cannot, keep inside a range. This is a range, right? It has to break the resistance, right, and move up. It will come down to the resistance, again move up, right? Again it will come down to this broken resistance, which is now a support. It will again move up, but after some time it will go down. It will break the support again. So this is how the price moves. Price never stays in a range forever. It has to move up or move down, right? So for that reason, price, after understand another point here, right? Understand another point here. When price broken this resistance, right? Here there were to break this resistance, a lot of powers been, the bulls had a lot of fight, and they took over the power here, right? And hence a lot of pending buy orders were there. So when price came back the first time, it gave a reaction. On the second time, again it gave a reaction. So understand, at this point of the support and resistance area, what happened? The pending orders, whatever are there, got depleted. It got depleted, right? And hence, when next time price again came back to that support area, there were no buy orders at this level. So there are more sell orders. Hence, price broke this level and came down, right? So this is how the price moves. So that is the reason you need to mark the SR flips on your chart, and you will get very few SR flips on your chart. Not every SR is a SR flip. Okay? Is this clear, friends? And whenever in future price comes to that, it will give reaction. And Hemant, another thing, understand, I have just told you, we don't take trade on the basis of a SR flip or SR, right? This is just an additional thing you should know, right? There will be something here or here which will make us which will help us to take a decision whether we are going to take a trade there, or we are going to take a trade there or anywhere here in the chart, right? This is just a thing you just need to know about your chart, right? Okay? Is this clear? Okay, so now I want to show you something more exciting about SR flips, right? So I want to take you to another chart, right? So here in this chart, can you see this is Dr. Reddy chart, friends, right? What is happening? Price is moving up, creating some resistances, right? And again, when price broke the resistance, here took a support, went up, broke this resistance, went up, created another resistance, fallen down to this resistance, which is now, after break of the resistance, this is now become a what? When resistance breaks, what it becomes? It becomes a support, right? And it acted as a support and price moved up. And not only moved up, now it has broken this resistance, right? It has broken this resistance and moved up, created another resistance here. Can you see that? Price fallen down again to again and created a support here, right? Twice it came down to the support and moved up, right? It moved up, tried to move above this resistance but failed and came down, hit the support and again move up, hit the resistance, again move down. After that, after couple of touches, 1, 2 and 3, this resistance became weak, right? And hence price moved up very easily, hit another small resistance, right? It broke this this major resistance area. And what happened? Once the price broke the major resistance, this major resistance became a support. Yes, and price came down, it hit the major resistance and move up, right? So this area, this SR become a SR flip now, right? So in future, what happened? Price came back to that SR again, but this time due to some reason, due to whatever reason, right? Now we are not aware of that. Now whatever reason, it broke down. It completely broke this support, right? Which is now a support. This support is broke down. This SR flip. It went down, right? It came up, right? Again, hit the SR flip, right? And what happened? Can you see the sharp fall here? Yes. Now understand what's happening in this SR, friends. What's happening in this SR? What I will be calling this SR, my dear friends? Can somebody say in my chart? Major SR, support, and this is not only support, Hemant. Understand, here it is a resistance. Here it is a support. Here it is a support, right? Then here it is a support. Thereafter it is only getting support from this level. So this is also a SR flip in my area. So this is one SR flip, this is the other SR flip. Price is oscillating between these two in the future, between two SR flips. So you have two flip zones where, as predictor is saying, so price is oscillating between these two. Like price is somewhat in range bound between these two SR flips. So SR flip areas or RS flip, whatever way you can talk about that, are very, very important areas in your chart. Is it clear, friends? Okay, so I show you more examples on this chart, right? On this chart, I am just removing the drawing. You know that we have talked about this SR, right? Now, let us see what happened with this SR. This is a resistance. Here it became a support after breaking here as well it is a resistance. Price broke it, came back, it became a support here, right? Price went up and then here it broke down, right? Again it went up. It didn't value this SR flip, right? But after that, when it came down in future, what is happening? Again, this SR flip is giving some reaction, right? So this is also a flip zone for you. Okay? Is this clear, friends? Is this understandable? Is this easy to understandable? Understand? Right? Now, the next one. Can you see what is this? Here, at some point of time, price took a resistance. Price fallen down, went up, showed a resistance in this area, right? Price came down, broke it, came down, went up, right? This resistance line was there. Once it got broken, it became a support, right? Price came back to that, took support. Now it is support. It is SR flip now. Price went up, came back. Look, it is acting as support how many times now? This small resistance which got broken, now it's acting as a support in your chart. And this is a flip zone, right? When price went up, price again came back. Now this time it broke this level, came back down. It hit here again. What is happening? It's giving reaction. What is happening? It is giving reaction. Even here, it is giving reaction. Even here. So, for that reason, you need to know where the flip zones are in your chart. Okay? And once you know where the flip zones are, it will be very easy for you to trade, because this will guide you many times, right? While taking trades. So SR flips are very, very important areas in your chart. Shivaraj has a question. Can you tell simple definition of flip zone? The simplest definition of a flip zone is resistance turned, resistance got broken and now acting as a support. This is the simple definition. There is a resistance, right? This is a resistance which got broken and now acting as support. So a place in the chart where price has shown both support and resistance. Shivaraj is talking about hat is SR flip. What is hat? I don't know. I don't know what is you are talking about. Oh, that is SR flip. Okay, yeah, that is SR flip. Where on the price chart, in a price point where price is showing you both resistance and in future support as well. So those areas are my RS flip or the SR flip zones, right? Shivaraj, both are same. It was a capital letter and a small letter by mistake, right? Both are same. As I said, S for support and R for resistance. Some people may tell it as RS line. That means resistance support line. It may be called as support resistance line. So all are same. No changes, right? It is small and capital letter. Okay? Is it clear? Can I move forward? How it works? Okay. So this is another example, friends. Can you tell me which chart is this? Which chart is this? No, you can't. Okay. This is Nifty chart. Hemant says Nifty. Oh, great, Hemant. Congratulations. Thank you. This is Nifty chart, friends. Now, look at Nifty chart. Resistance, 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 right? What it acting as here? Once get violated, it is acting as support, right? Here as well, it acted as a support, right? In between this, right? A small support was there. Right? A small support was there here, right? So this is a SR flip area in Nifty. Again, can you see this resistance, friends? Can you see this resistance? And then again here another resistance. Price broke it. What happened? It took a support here. Fallen down, went up further, came down to this line, which was earlier as resistance, now acting as a support, right? Now price gave a bounce, again came down to that. This area is now a SR flip area, and the flip zone is now giving bounce. It is again acting as a support. The price came back, again it is acting as a support. Now price again went up, giving a reaction to the support. On the third touch, as I said, on the third touch, price felt that all the orders here got consumed and it can move through, and it broke the support here. The SR flip now got broken. Price fallen down sharply, right? As you can see, price fall down sharply, went up, created another resistance here. Again went down, created another support here, went up, hit the resistance, right? It fallen down, created another support, went up. Now this time, where it went up? It went up to this. Which area, friends? What area we will call it? Hemant is answering a SR line. This is the flip. The support broken area is now will be called as support broken area will be called as a resistance now, right? And it will be called as a flip zone. Just a second, friends. So this area on the chart is called as a flip zone, and whenever price returns to the flip zone, it will try to give some reaction. Look, when price came back to the near to this flip zone, it again showed some resistances, and when price broke it, it came back, it gave a reaction. Similarly, as you can see here, there was a support, right? This is a support, that is a support. Price went through couple of times. Here, after breaking this support, when price came back to this area, it again acted as a resistance. Even after quite a while, when price returned to this zone, which is a flip zone now, right? Which is a flip zone because in the past, this zone has, or this SR has acted as a support and resistance, right? Both. So what happened when price touched it in the future? It again gave some reaction, right? Similarly, as you see that this is a major support area, 2 times price bounced from it, right? And there are 2 supports. Price fell down from this support, created another major support here. Price went up, hit the SR flip, went down, right? It came up, it hit this support, which now became a resistance. So this is also a flip zone. Price fallen down sharply. Not only fallen down, this minor, can you see this minor support got violated. When price returned to the minor support, it acted as a minor resistance and price fallen down. So this also became a flip zone, right? Now in future, if price ever comes to this, we expect a bounce from this, right? Similarly, as you can see, when price returned to this SR flip, what happened? It started giving many reactions, and after some time, it took a decision that this resistance or this SR flip will be taken out. So it broke that SR flip, went to the broken support area. This broken support area now acting as a resistance. Price fallen down where? Price fallen down to the SR flip area, which gave reaction, and price moved up. Not only moved up, just a second, let me remove the drawings. Price not only moved up, where price moved up? Price moved up to the next SR flip. And from there, where price dropped down? Price dropped down to this SR flip. And so on and so forth. It is happening every time, everywhere in the chart. So for you, it is very much needed to know where the flip zones are. right? Now in this chart, there are many minor SRs, right? There are many minor SRs, right? This is a minor SR, but we are talking about the flip zones, right? Yes, Hemant, prices in this chart, price is respecting the flip zones. Price is moving from one flip zone to the other flip zone. Okay, in Nifty chart. Currently, if you check the chart, Nifty is bouncing from this. Nifty has fallen down and bouncing from this level. If you remember, this is what is happening in Nifty, right? Probably somewhere here Nifty is standing. If you remember, you can go back to Nifty chart and see where from Nifty is bouncing today. Hemant says I was stopped out there. Okay. Yes, Hemant. So knowing these things, these flip zones on your chart is very important, and you should keep a watch of all those zones in your chart. Now, when we will go in deep inside our advanced studies, you will be able to take trades there with very minimum stop loss and huge RR, and as well as those trades will be 90% times those of your trades will work, right? So is this clear, friends? Can I move forward? Is this example helpful to you? Anshul, basically I am working on daily charts. We haven't described the time frame yet. At every time frame, whatever flip zones you get, those works, right? So it is not about time frame specifics. When we will talk about multi-time frame, you can also add them up. Okay. So before I continue, can I take a 5 minutes break? Okay. So I will be back. It's 8:07. So I will be back by 8:12, right? I hope everyone is back from the break. Give me a quick check. Can you hear my voice and see my screen? Okay. So let us begin, right? So we have understood what are the flip zones in the chart, right? Resistance turned into support, or a support turned into a resistance. So all those SRs which acted as both as support and resistance in the past, we will call them as flip zones, and whenever price returns to those flip zones, we expect something to happen there, right? Either price is going to give me a bounce or it may broke down, right? So those areas, those flip zones are very important zones in the price chart, and we need to know that. We need to mark that on our charts. Right, friends? Is it clear? Okay. So next is something called multi-time frame SR, right? Now, we will learn about multi-time frames in the multi-time frame session more clearly, right? Hemant has a question. क्या SR flip zone vanish नहीं होती है कभी? हेमंत जी, ऐसा बात है कि SR flip zone जो है वो जब बनती है कोई भी चार्ट में, तो वो जो भी प्रोफेशनल ट्रेडर्स हैं उनको दिख जाती है वो, ठीक है। सो वो क्या करते हैं, वहां पे वेट करते हैं कि जब भी प्राइस फ्यूचर में वहां पे वापस आए और वहां पे कुछ और सिग्नल्स भी होंगे जो देख के वो लोग ट्रेड करते हैं वहां पे, ठीक है। सो इसलिए एसआर फ्लिप जोन वैनिश नहीं होती है, okay. So it is always there in the chart, and only thing you need to understand how to draw it, right? Or you need the knowledge to know where the flip zones are, right? Only knowing SR, only knowing support resistance is not going to work. You need to know which support and which resistance are important in the chart, right? Is this clear? Okay, so there are this support and resistance. Now, before I go and talk about support and resistance, a small brief. There are many when you open a chart, a candlestick chart, we work on the Japanese candlestick charts, right? Whenever you open a chart, you will see there are couple of time frames available on the chart, right? Those time frames are daily time frames, monthly time frames, weekly time frames, and hourly time frames, or minute or whatever, right? So as a trader, we need to know all these time frames, and this time frames helps us to understand how strong is our support and resistance, right? So these time frames can also help us to know that our support or resistance is important one or it is a very minor one, and the important ones are more you should look for, right? So that is the reason I am showing you this multi-time frame ESA here, and more of multi-time frame we will learn in the multi-time frame session, okay? So the power of support or resistance depends on the time frame we are looking at, right? The higher the time frame, the higher the probability of it to work. So this is very, very important. When I say higher, understand a day time frame is higher than the hourly time frame, right? Because inside day, how many hours are there? Trading hours. Can somebody say how many trading hours we have? 6, right? Right? So understand which is greater. If I am looking into a hourly chart, that means 1 hour chart, I am only looking into a 1 hour data, right? Whereas when I am looking into a day chart or daily chart, I am looking into 6 hour charts, right? So day chart is bigger than the hour chart. So here our higher time frame chart will be the day chart. Similarly, weekly chart have 5 days, so it is higher than the day chart, right? Is it clear, friends? So what will be higher than weekly, friends? Can somebody give me a answer? What could be the higher than weekly? Yes, it is monthly, because monthly have 4 weeks, right? So this is how the thing goes, right? This is how the time frame happens. So the more higher the time frame, the higher the probability of SR to work, right? So this is acknowledged by all the traders, right, internationally. Though all time frame support and resistance work, this is one thing we need to know, that it doesn't mean that when I say that the higher time frame is more, it's good. But that doesn't mean that the lower time frame support resistance doesn't work. They also works. But the rewards, they gives lower reward than the higher time frames, right? What I mean is, if say you are getting you have opened a 60 minutes chart, right? A 1 hourly chart, and you have taken a trade on a SR, right? You may get a reward, say, of 2 rupees. But if you are taking a trade on a daily SR, you may get a reward of 10 rupees, right, on the same chart. So the reward part grows with the time frame as well, right? So this, all these things we will learn in the upcoming sessions. This is just you need to know right now about SRs, right? The best chart for drawing SRs will always be daily chart. I love to draw in a daily chart because it contains both higher time frame and lower time frame major SRs, right? It contains both. And from daily chart you get both ways of your daily chart can give you a big way that for your monthly trades as well as for scalping, right? So it gives a view for both, right? But it doesn't mean that you will only draw everything on daily chart. You will learn where all these things to be drawn, right? Mostly we draw in the HTF charts, right? Higher time frame charts. The noise in LTF chart, LTF means lower time frame, okay? HTF means higher time frame. The noise in lower time frame is more, and hence it should be avoided, because in lower time frames you will see prices doing something like this, right? So you will find a lot of SRs there. So it will be difficult for you as a beginner to understand which SR is going to work. But on a daily chart, price will be much smoother, or maybe on a monthly chart, price will be even much smoother. So you will get very few SRs to work on, right? Okay. So everybody understood this page, whatever is there? Yes. So let us see what is a monthly time frame SR is all about, right? So this is our monthly chart, right? And we have drawn the SR here, right? The more the higher the time frame, the lesser the SRs, the most powerful, right? Here it is monthly. We can see this is the resistance. This is another resistance. This is another resistance. Similarly, this is a support. Look at this support. When I said that the higher the SR, the bigger the bounce. That means the bigger the reward you are going to get, right? So see, this is a support. When price came back to this support, what a big bounce it gave. Almost, almost 200 points, right? So a monthly SR can give you a bounce like that, right? A big bounce, okay? Similarly, this one is a support, this one is a support, this is a resistance, this is a support. So this is, all these are monthly support and resistance areas. So I have drawn the most important support resistance on the chart, and I have marked it in a red color or pink color, right? All these SRs. Right? Now, how I will look into the time frames of SRs. Now, I am going to go down to weekly chart of the same stock. Okay, this is the same script whose weekly chart now I am opening. Now here, as you see, the red lines are the monthly SRs, right? Now, when I drop down to the weekly chart, what is happening? I am getting more SRs, right? Now, this chart is having more SRs, right? So, why these SRs we are getting? Because there are more noises. There are more prices made more swings in a weekly chart than in a monthly chart, right? So I have drawn all the weekly SRs here, right, in a blue color, right? So I have got these 3 new SRs in weekly. This one is a one resistance, this one is a support and resistance, which this is a SR flip which was not there in monthly chart, right? But in weekly chart I have got this SR flip. Here you can see it is acting as a resistance also, right? So in this chart we also have the monthly SRs as well, right? We also have the monthly SRs as well, right? So the SRs which are monthly as well as weekly, obviously they are the most important SRs because they are coinciding, right? And we also have this weekly SRs and weekly supports in the price chart also. Just a second, friends. Okay, so when we drop down to the weekly chart, we saw that there are more SRs coming in, right? Similarly, again, when we come down to the daily chart of the same script, right? Script means the same stock, right? I have those monthly SRs already there on my chart. I have those blue colored weekly SRs also on my chart. And as you can see, now not only these SRs are there, but also prices, you can see price is creating more bounces, more swings, more noises, right? Hence, in a daily chart, I am getting more SRs, right? These green colored SRs are the extra SRs which I am getting from this daily chart of the same script. So if I go down to 60 minutes, I will find more SRs inside this chart and so on and so forth. So if I go to a 5-minute chart, I will get n number of SRs. So the noise increases when I go down through the lower time frames, right? This is just to show how there are so many SRs forms in the price chart, right? So in this case, we will always try to take the most important SRs in the price chart, okay, which are mostly flip zones and which are major SRs, right? Is this clear, friends? And this is how we can also, once we plot all these SRs. Now, if say price is coming to a daily SR, what kind of a reaction we will expect? We expect a few days movement reaction. But when price is coming up to the monthly SR, what kind of a reaction you will expect? The monthly SR will give a reaction which will be there for a couple of months, right? A weekly SR may give a reaction for a couple of weeks, right? Is this clear, friends? Similarly, a 60 minutes SR will give a reaction for a couple of hours. A 5-minute SR may give a reaction for a couple of minutes. Okay, so is this clear, friends? Okay, good. So this is what is all about multi-time frame SRs, right? We will learn many more things in the multi-time frame. I am not going inside that. This is just a basic thing I am delivering today, okay? So the next thing is, now we have learned horizontal SRs, horizontal resistance and horizontal supports. But while price comes down, or moves up, because price always, you have heard about uptrend and downtrend and all. So when price moves down or price moves up, it also takes support and resistance while it's coming down or while it moves up. This support and resistance are diagonal in nature, right? So while price is falling down, right, if you connect highs, you get a diagonal trend line or diagonal resistance line where price has been resisted couple of times. Similarly, when price is moving up, you connect two supports or two lows and draw a diagonal line. That line will be called as diagonal trend line or diagonal support line, right? Similarly, here as well, you get a diagonal support line. Whenever price is hitting this area, it is giving some bounce. Whenever price is hitting this area, it is giving some fall, right? Okay. So this is called a diagonal support or resistance line. Okay. And when we mark in an uptrend, when we mark the lows and the highs with two diagonal lines, this is called a channel, right? In a downtrend as well, when we mark two resistances and two supports and we draw the diagonal support and resistance line, this is called a channel. Price is moving inside a channel. Okay. And as you can see, so this is a diagonal trend downtrend line. This is a diagonal uptrend line or support, right? This is clear, friends. Diagonal support and diagonal resistance line. It forms when price is in a trend. Okay. It forms only when price is in a trend. All right. Okay. Looks everybody understood it. So breakout of a diagonal SR. What's happening? Okay. Okay. Oh my God, something happened here. Just a second. Don't move up. Friends, just give me a second, please. Okay, can you see my screen, friends? There was some problem with the slides, PPT. Okay, I'm sorry for the disturbance. Anyway, so when diagonal trend line or SR breaks, right? As we have learned about horizontal support resistance breaks, similar way, the diagonal support resistance also breaks. And what does that signifies, right? So we are going to learn about that. The break of a the break of the well, I don't know what's happening. The break of the well, oh my god, what's happening here? Just a second again. I need to stop it. Okay, the break of a well-established trend line shows that the dominant market crowd has lost its power, right? Once the diagonal trend line breaks, often price changes its direction or trend. So this is very important point, friends. Whenever a diagonal trend line breaks, price often changes its trend, right? For breakout of a diagonal trend line, needs to price needs to close, right, above. Oh my god, what's happening? uh, Price needs to close above or below the diagonal trend line. Okay, so this is very important. For price needs to close below or above diagonal trend line. An opposite trade to be taken on the retest of the diagonal trend line. Here we will take a opposite trade once the diagonal trend line is broken. After very steep uptrend is broken, price often rally again, retest their old high and touch their old uptrend line from below, and hence can create a new high. I don't know what's happening. When that happens, you have a near perfect shorting opportunity. The reverse is also applies for downtrends. Okay, so it may happen that after the break of the old high, the very steep uptrend line, price may try to touch the uptrend line. In that case, it may make a new high in the stock, right? In the script, it can make a new high, touch the diagonal trend line which got broken, and then it can fall down and change the trend. Right, friends? Is this understandable? Can I move to the example part? Yusuf says, not really. I show you the example because I have a problem with these slides. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, chart will give the clear indication. So this. Oh my God, what's happening? Just a second, friends. I cannot. I know this is not the way I can take the session. Just a second. Give me 2 minutes. I am clear. Sorry for the delay. I'm so sorry. I've managed to, rectify the thing. right? It was a problem with the PPT. Something happened, I don't know, with the animations, and it was there. Now I have managed to rectify it little bit. So what was I was talking about, that a break of a diagonal SR. It's still broken. Can't you see the chart? The video is still breaking. Just a second, friends. Let me see. It's coming in pieces. Right now, I am not moving anything. It's standing. Standing, you can see the picture and see my cursor moving. Yes? Okay. So now we are talking about the diagonal trend line, right? Yeah, we do have an autoplay for PPT, but I have stopped it, but still it's I don't know what's happening. Okay, thank you. Now let us talk about the diagonal trend line. All right. So as I said, diagonal trend line, the first point is that it shows us the direction of the trend, right? And when it breaks, we do consider it as a trend change signal, right? So what are the criteria we'll look for breaking of a SR, whether it is diagonal or if it is horizontal? The first criteria we'll look into is how many touches it's making. And how many touches we consider, friends? 3 touches, right? 1, 2, and 3. And on the 4th touch, what happened? It broke up. So what we said, it will not only break the SR, but it will also close above it, right? So this is the downtrend line and it closed above it. After that, what will it do? It will come back and again it will retest the diagonal trend line, which is now broken, this downtrend line, and then it will change its trend. Okay, so this is the downtrend which got broken here, and by price closing above the diagonal trend line, and then price is coming back to the diagonal trend line, and this diagonal trend line is now giving a the touch, the retest is where the professionals get in and the price started moving up, right? Is this clear? Now it is clear how this diagonal trend line is drawn, how it breaks, and how to take a trade on them, right? Similarly, we have a uptrend, right? We have connected this one and this one, right? And we got our uptrend line, right? So as you can see, this is the first touch, this is the second touch, and here it is the third touch, right, to this uptrend line. So after third touch, what happened? Price break the diagonal trend line, closed below, the breakout happened. Breakout means for us from now on, breakout means close below. After that, it came back, it touched the diagonal trend line. Again, it went up, touched the diagonal trend line couple of times. Now, this is what the second thing was told on that slide, right? That when price breaks this diagonal trend line, it tries to go and test the diagonal trend line again, right? And in that context, it may also create a new high here. And at that area, this diagonal trend line is also being tested, right? And once it makes a new high, it generally falls down. A kaboom happens and price falls down very sharply, right? So after the break, price can come back and touch this old diagonal trend line couple of times, even it can make a new high. Why it created a new high? Friends, can anyone guess why the institutions, they created this new high? They could have made it fall from here. Oversell, Sivaraj says. Anybody has any other answer? Yusuf says stop loss collection. Sukesh says still retail stops, stop loss. Everyone saying stop loss hunting. Yes, it is. Yes, their order getting filled. That is also the truth. No accumulation there. There a distribution can happen. Accumulation happens at the lower end of the accumulation means buying. Distribution means selling, right? So here, why they created this high, new high? Because by seeing this kind of a distribution area, most of the professionals or most of the retailers, they must have shorted here, right? So their short orders have a stop loss, and that stop loss is a buy order, right? And that buy order for institutions are sell orders, right? So institutions say, for us, we can buy 1,000 shares, buy or sell 1,000 shares, but institutions are buying say 5 lakh shares, so they need a lot of retailers to sell them. Even the retailer is correct on the direction of the trend, but still they are not in the trade because their stops been taken out. Number one. And the number two is, once this high, the price starts crossing this high, all the breakout traders, well-known breakout traders, they gets in because they thought things price is in all-time high and it is breaking out. That means it will go up, right? And they starts buying, and that gives a lot of fill to the institution selling. The institution selling there gets their entire 5 lakh shares sold out, and then nothing but the price falls sharply down and the trend changes. Is this clear, friends? Yes? Everyone? How diagonal trend line once got broken, how it reacts on the opposite vibe? And this is also a flip in one way, right? Is this clear? Can I move forward? Okay. So there is some extras for you. Horizontal SR in confluence with diagonal SR, demand and supply are excellent areas to trade on the chart. Okay. After breakout, price always gives two retests to the line, diagonal trend line, before falling down or moving up. So this is also you need to keep in mind that price can, after the breakout, price can retest the diagonal trend line twice, right? As we have seen that example as well, right? So this is another chart. As you can see, this is a resistance line, right? Also, we will learn about demand and supply soon, right? Here are demands. So these areas are very good areas in the chart where a trade can be done, because these are in confluence with both demand and supply and SR, right? When price hits this, you can short, right? Once you short, you actually getting your SR here, right? Diagonal SR. So next time also there is a small supply being formed, and the SR is also there, and the diagonal SR is also there. So you can again short it for a longer target. Again, while price coming down at this SR area, price has created another supply, right? And when price return to the supply, the diagonal trend line is there, the supply is there, and the horizontal SR is also there. So those areas are very, very good areas to take a trade, because there you get confluence of all these three things, right? And hence you get these big moves. Same here, you get the demand here, you get the SR here, you get the broken trend line here, and the retest happening and price is moving up. Is this clear, friends? How the confluence of all these three works? This is just to show you how the confluence works. Yes, Hemant, demand and supply with flip zone make more confidence, and diagonal trend line, right? Okay. So this is another example of that. Here, the last example was a downtrend line. Here, the uptrend line, right? Or the the diagonal support line. So as you can see, here was a demand and a SR, right? Running through it. Price came back, hit that, and gave a bounce. You got your diagonal trend line here. And now, again, there is a resistance line, there is a demand created when price came back to it, and also in confluence with this diagonal trend line, the demand and the support or the SR flip all together giving a huge bounce for you. So you can always enjoy such kind of a bounce if you are making a confluence of among them, right? Is this clear, friends? Again, if you see, when price broke down, it first touched, second a little, it tried to go up a little, and then it fall down, right? Is this clear? Okay. So what is the caution? Never play only on the basis of SR flip or diagonal SR. You need to know all the parameters before entering a trade. All the parameters means what we are going to learn in the upcoming sessions. Whatever we learn, we are going to apply on these concepts one by one, and then we will get to know which zones will work for us, right? And which zones may not work for us. So we have to create a confluence among all the lessons we are going to learn. Okay? Is it clear, friends? So that brings me to the end of today's session. And at the end, at every end of every session, we have a homework section for you, and we advise you to do some homeworks on support, resistance, diagonal trend lines, all these things, at least 10 scripts. But the more you do, the merrier, and that will help your confidence, boost your confidence level, right? And do send your all these homeworks to your mentors. They are there to help you out, right? Any time frame you Pradeep has a question, what should be the time frame? Any time frame you choose, right? Doesn't matter. Okay, so all the best. And also do write your feedback to the stoplosstraders@gmail.com. That will help us. Whatever the feedback, it is good, bad, ugly, anything, right? This will help us to serve you in a better manner in the upcoming sessions, right? So please do write a feedback to the stoplosstraders@gmail.com. Whether you liked my session, whether you didn't, whether you liked the whatever way we have presented or not, please do give your honest feedbacks. That will help us to serve you better, right? Sukesh has a question: should we mark major, minor, or all trend lines? You should mark everything. Right? You should mark everything. Pradeep, will we get reply for our homework if there is correction? Absolutely, you will get. That is how we have designed this course. We have given you the homework PPT. You have to just paste that homework on that and send me on email or your mentor. He will obviously revert to you, right? But it may happen that he may take a day's time, right? So you have to bear with us on that, right? But you will certainly get your feedbacks on your homework. Not only feedbacks but also corrections. Okay? Is that will be okay, Pradeep? Okay. So please do share your feedbacks, and that will help us to serve you better. Thank you. Good night. See you on Monday. Oh, sorry, there is a review session tomorrow. See you on review session tomorrow. Okay? Thanks. Good night.